Harley Moon is here, Sasha's store manager. You just did warming up here.
I did. For some reason it was very unplanned, but I played for the first half an hour. It was really good fun.
When did you start gigging?
I started DJing in 1999, a long time ago, back when I was listening to trance music like everyone else back then. But you know, it's something that I've always done, but you know, the last kind of 4 or 5 years I've really put to the side to focus on working with other DJs and supporting other DJs that I really admire. So it's not something I do very often anymore, but it was really good fun tonight.
When did you meet Sasha?
I met Sasha in 2001 in Ibiza. We worked together at Space nightclub. I was the kind of artist liaison. I used to drive around the DJs, and I used to drive around Sasha a lot, and we used to spend a lot of time together, have a lot of fun in Ibiza. Some good years. And then, you know, years later, we've always been really good friends, and it just led on to, you know, looking after him more full time, which has worked out really great. And you know, he's one of my really good friends and my boss as well. So we have a lot of fun on the road together.
You love your job.
I love my job. I do. You know, it's like any job. You know, there's a lot of ups and downs on what you do. You know, it's, you know, there's a lot of airports and a lot of hotels, but you know, this is nothing. I travel the world. I have amazing food. I have an amazing job. I really enjoy it. Oh, I always knew how to look after DJs and stuff, but you know, it's really high. It's very stressful. You know, a lot of people think it's an easy job and think it's all party and all fun, but it is actually a lot of work and a lot of, you know, you have to be very organized. And when I first started doing this, you know, it was quite scary because, you know, when you're trying to plan things can snowball into a disaster, right? If you forget one box of records, then it's a disaster. You know, it's like one small tiny mistake can become a huge disaster.
Especially for big name Sasha.
Oh, especially for, you know, any DJ, you know, but you know, and you could miss a flight and then you miss a gig that's a lot of money. And so the first kind of few years of doing this, it was a very scary thing, but you know, I've learned a lot over the years, and I'm pretty confident I'm good at what I do now. So it definitely was much more stressful in the early days. Now I know how everything operates, so it's much easier now.
Will you continue doing this job? What is your future plan?
I mean, yeah, I'll definitely do it. You know, I enjoy the traveling aspect of it, and it actually has crossed my mind, you know, that I don't want to be traveling forever. You know, I like to settle down and, you know, do whatever. But I think I will be very sad when I stop the traveling aspect of it. Although, you know, and maybe it'll venture on into management and artist management. You know, more office-based, looking after careers of DJs, or maybe going into an agency and booking. But at the moment, I'm just having a really good time, and I'm going to stick with it because, you know, it doesn't get any better than this.
Are you thinking to go back to Australia?
You know, it's a long way away, and I love living in London now. You know, it's a great culture in London, and the music is so close to the rest of the music in Europe. And Australia, you know, I don't think Australia's behind in much of an aspect at all. I think they're very music conscious, and I think they're, you know, they're becoming a lot more educated than, you know, 10, 20 years ago. And they have a great little scene there. But for me, I love London, and I love living there, and I think I'll stay there for a long time.
Thank you. Let's go to enjoy now.